All right, well, welcome back to another exciting episode of Weather Chat. I am your host, meteorologist Brittany Ward, and this week we are bringing in the entire weather game to talk about my favorite season. Can you guys guess that? Yes, that is Christmas. How are you guys doing today?
Good. How are you? We are so excited, to talk about the holidays,
Yeah, I'm super excited that Christmas is around the corner. And of course, you have me, you have meteorologist Damon Matson, you have meteorologist Scott Sumner, and of course, chief meteorologist Jackie Layer. So guys, thank you so much for hopping on this episode with me to talk all things Merry and Jerry and Christmassy. I don't even think that was a word.
See,
Right.
and I don't know.
We're running with it.
Right.
Brittany, I'm sure you've said this a few times, but I mean, Christmas is also your birthday. That's also why
Which is
you
why I love
so
it.
much.
Can you tell that I was a Christmas baby if you didn't know that beforehand?
Right.
So yeah, how are you guys doing on this fine day?
Good.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, still feeling the stress, about getting all those presents in, making sure that I have those gifts for everyone, wrapping them all, and making sure I get those out ahead of time. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
Here's the real question. Are you guys actually excited for Christmas? Like, are you guys ready?
Oh yeah. I'm
Well,
ready.
Big thing.
present-wise, no, but yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah.
The excitement is there.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Well, I will say, I think one of the things that I always think about when it comes down to Christmas, and us as meteorologists know this,
Yes.
the whole white Christmas. How many times do you get that question, are we going to see a white Christmas?
Way
Every
too
year,
many times.
at
Yep.
least 100 times over.
And sometimes I get it in the summer.
Yeah.
People are already thinking about
Really?
That's
Yes.
bad.
Yeah,
Come
I
on.
Dead
know.
of summer. Someone's asking,
They're
are we going
think-
to see a white Christmas?
Right. They're thinking of snow, when we're talking about triple digit heat. So that's where their minds are at.
It's me. I'm the people.
But then when it gets
You're one
too
of them.
cold, Brittany is not happy about it.
No, let me tell you, I came back from Florida, and from going from 70 degrees to 19 degrees, I was like, oh no, why did I come back? I was happy to
welcome
see
back.
the snow, but
Yeah.
I was like, oh no.
Well, let's talk about, the definition of white Christmas, because I know some don't necessarily actually know the definition. So yes, white Christmas officially defined from the National Weather Service as having at least 1 inch of snow on the ground at 7 a.m. local time, Christmas Day. Doesn't necessarily mean that it is snowing that day. It's that it have 1 inch of snow on the ground at that time of observation, which is 7 a.m. local time. In case you didn't know.
I was about to say, for me, when I look at this, I'm like, wow, you would think a white Christmas would be actually seeing the snow fall
Right.
on Christmas Day.
Right. That's what a lot of
Right.
people
So-
would think. Yeah.
Yep.
No.
Which, I mean, that means after this recent bit of snow we just had across parts of the DMV, technically, if it were Christmas, it'd be a white
It would
Christmas.
be a white
or
It would
something.
be a white
Right.
Christmas, that's right.
Yep. Yep.
So,
So, we'll have
yeah.
to wait and see. Christmas Day, if there's 1 inch on the ground observed at 7 a.m., then it would be officially a white Christmas in your neighborhood, at
Keeping
your
my
house,
fingers crossed.
wherever you're celebrating Christmas Day at. You can bring that information to you and your family and friends.
Keeping my fingers crossed about the white Christmas. Now,
Well, we
know-
also have predictions coming
Yeah,
up, too.
I would say we
so-
have
We do.
predictions coming up
Right.
from the weather team. I cannot wait to see all of your predictions, which you
Yes.
guys probably know what my prediction
Right,
already
we-
is. But
yes.
hey, I'm not going to spoil it.
No.
Not going to spoil it. But let's talk about white Christmases. Let's say going back from 1991
Yes.
until 2020. So we're looking at white Christmas across the entire United States. So this is the chances of us seeing a white Christmas. And guys, what do you guys think about this?
I mean, that's pretty typical, I'd say. You got your Rocky Mountains, you got the upper Midwest, and then into the mountains in the Northeast as well, upstate New York, the favorable spots. And then as you go farther south, it's not surprising. Those numbers drop off. And poor Southeast, they usually
was
never
just looking
get it.
at that.
Yeah,
Right.
no.
No. Matter of fact, you said about Miami. Miami's only seen snow once.
Wow. Can you imagine seeing
1977, they saw some snow flurries.
Can you
That's it.
imagine seeing snow on the palm trees though?
Right.
Like, I don't know how I would
That
think
would
about
be
You're
that.
wild.
seriously wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know how I would think about
that was
that.
someone's Christmas wish.
Yeah.
You'd have a bunch of iguanas upside down in
Yeah.
the tree at that point.
Yeah.
Still in the trees. That's impressive.
Yeah. The falling iguana warning will be real if that
Yes,
happens.
that's right.
Right. Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about zoomed in, because we're more concerned about Washington, D.C. So the chances of a white Christmas for the DMV, this is the 30-year average, again, 1991 from 2020. And of course, our friends back off to the west, out towards Garrett County, they have a better chance of seeing a white Christmas than here in D.C.
You know what's pretty interesting about this graphic? Mm-hmm. It kind of almost lines up with the I-95 corridor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
And
does.
it's so true because when I forecasted in New Jersey, that I-95 corridor was key for where you saw snow and where you didn't see snow. Mm-hmm. It's just amazing.
And that map just goes to show how drastic of a difference it is across our region. Right around D.C., the chance for a white Christmas so low.
Yes.
But once you
Slim
get out
to
into
none.
those mountains, hey, it's a whole different ball game.
It's always like that. I mean, and I kind of going back to the graphic, looking at it, I'm like, wow, I would love to be back out to the west just so I could see the snow.
We'll take you out to Deep Creek one of those times. Let's go.
That's where you got to go. You got to go
I
all
got
the way
the
to Deep
spot
Creek.
for
You
us.
got the-
Let's
the
go.
place out there,
Let's
right?
go.
Yeah.
I mean, Hagerstown, it got a little bit of a better chance. Hagerstown, Frederick, even parts of northern Montgomery County. It's Washington, D.C. that's just like, bleh. And further south, if you ask me.
If you want that snow anyway on Christmas, if you want it.
Yeah.
Right. Some
Right.
people don't.
And I'm the one that wants it, for sure.
Are we diving into that already?
Yeah.
Listen,
Shall we dive into that?
I always want Christmas, so let's talk about the predictions.
Yes.
Will we have a white Christmas from our weather team?
Yeah.
I
Three
just think you
no's
guys-
and one yes.
I just think you guys don't like snow at all.
I don't think your predictions ever changed.
Right.
Okay. Okay, Damon.
I think you've always kept it as a yes.
Okay. I have to keep my hopes up.
I know.
Yeah.
I know, I
Because
know.
maybe it would snow on the 24th. And then we would have that white Christmas.
Right. There you go.
But if it snows Christmas night, then we won't have that white Christmas.
It would not be considered. Yeah.
Nope.
Nope.
We made these a little while back, just for some clarity to anybody
Yes.
watching out there. This was
Yeah.
at the start of December. We were discussing all of this, so it's
Yes.
not like we waited until a
Until-
week
yeah.
out.
No.
No.
Yes.
Just saying.
So yeah, these are more hopeful predictions.
Hopeful predictions. But I will say, the next graphic,
Yeah.
I think is my favorite graphic.
Oh.
And you want to know why? Because this is talking about the top 5 snowiest Christmas that has happened in DC.
Yes.
So when I see that, I'm like, man, I would love to be alive back in 1962. 5 inches of snow on Christmas on the
At
ground.
least, Yep.
Everyone else is just like, eh.
I'm seeing the decades here too. It's the 60s and then the 1900s.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a theme right there, hanging on in DC anyway. But oh, Brittany, you the old timey Christmas with the 60s vibes, and
Yes.
the snow on the ground.
And you have the music playing in the background, the chestnuts roasting on a fire, the tree up, the lights up, the snow falling. I mean, come on, you're setting the picture right now.
Well, you did. Damon brought up a point. Look at the dates here. So everything's cyclical. Maybe you'll get your wish, Brittany.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's been a while.
It's been a while. You never know.
1960s to 2020s. Ooh, the math is mathing.
It's mathing. It's really mathing.
I also want to note how it doesn't take much to be in the top 5, though. If you notice,
It doesn't.
1935, it was just a little bit more than a half of an inch of snowfall. So,
Yeah.
if we were to get, that inch of snow, we could bump out 1935.
There is some hope.
Yeah,
That's what you're saying, Jackie. There's
little
some hope.
hope.
maybe a
Look,
little bit of hope to be in that top 5. Maybe
few
not this
years-
year, right.
A few years ago, we were cold enough. We all remember that, but it just was there was no snow to be had.
Yeah.
So it was just it's all got to line up perfectly.
And we are going to talk about a few years ago because that man, I didn't think I was going to make it.
Just how cold it was. Yep.
Just how cold it. You know what? I love the snow, and I will say this really quick. Coming back from Disney during Christmas, first time going. And you know how I always say, I wish it would be like 65 degrees and then snowing.
Right.
That would be perfect.
Uh-huh.
Disney made it happen.
Right? It's that
It
Disney
was
magic.
65, but of course it was like this little soap, that was
Oh, yeah.
falling. That was their snow, but I was
You-
like, oh my
you
God,
knew.
this is-
You knew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just the magic and the dream finally came true, so I was happy about that. Now I need DC to
Right.
hop on board.
To bring the magic. Yes.
To bring the magic. You
The
know?
holiday cheer.
Just bring, the warm weather with the snow. But,
Yeah.
I know that's never going to happen.
Right.
Never.
Maybe one of these years.
Yeah. Maybe I'll be lucky one day. Maybe I'll be lucky one day. All right, guys. Well, it looks like we are running out of time for this segment, but stay tuned. We got so much more to talk about. We're going to talk about our family traditions, and then we're going to break down the coldest as well as the warmest Christmases. So don't go anywhere. All right, well, welcome back. Again, I am your host, meteorologist Brittany Ward, joined by our lovely weather team, meteorologist Damon Matson, meteorologist Scott Sumner, and of course, chief meteorologist Jackie Layer. Again, thank you guys for joining us on this very excited episode. It's Christmas, guys, and I'm super excited about Christmas. How about you guys?
We needed some colored lights in here. Do
I
something
know.
crazy for that.
Something.
I
There you
should have
go.
brought the
music.
Christmas tree. I forgot
I
my
have
Christmas
some
tree.
hanging up.
Oh,
yeah,
I
you're-
see
you got
them.
yours in
I
the
see them in the
background.
little background.
Subtly. Very
If
subtly.
I
Just a little bit.
if I could be in my house right now, you would just see nothing but colored lights. That's all I'll say about that.
I would say
love
if we were
Yeah.
at my house, you would see the Christmas trees. You might even hear the Christmas music playing. Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah.
So speaking of Christmas trees, Christmas music playing.
Yeah.
What are your favorite holiday traditions? Let's talk about that before we start getting into more statistics about Washington, D.C. Christmas.
Nice.
So who wants to go first?
All right. I'll go first.
Scott, you'll go first? Okay.
Sure. Very simple. I always used to have on the block some friends come down for Christmas day and night itself. And being that my family was very big in board games and games in general, there would always be multiple games going on. So for me, the one thing I always remember was having about 3 or 4 friends over, and we'd always used to play Risk. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that.
Never heard of that before.
Never heard of that? I don't
Yeah.
know if
I'm
you've
familiar.
heard.
Wow.
Does Jackie,
All
do you know about that?
Yep.
You know about it?
Okay.
Okay. Damon, you've heard of
Yeah, yeah,
Risk?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I'm the oddball.
We would, basically, it was kind of like a take over the world game. It was always cool. It would be hours and hours of fun. If that ended, then we'd play like some other game, maybe a Trivial Pursuit or something like that. But usually that took a lot of time. And then my parents would always invite one friend over, and that guy would come over and join in on the fun as well. So it was always kind of like a game night or gaming night for us.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
I love that.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Are you doing it again this year?
No, I'm going to be working Christmas. Yeah, so
You got
I'll
to
be
bring the
working.
games to work.
Yeah.
Bring the games to work.
Bring the board
yes.
games to work.
That's right. Start up some Risk here.
Right, there you go.
All right, who wants to go next?
Jackie, go for it.
All
Okay.
right.
I'll be next. Yeah, Scott, love that. Yes, we also like to play games, on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day with, any family or friends that want to come down and join in. But my favorite holiday tradition has to be the baking side of the holiday. So my mom and
Ooh.
I, yes, we would always bake the same cookies every year. It is a tradition or a recipe that's been passed down from my grandmother on my dad's side. So my mom joined in on making it every year, and the cookies aren't much. They're really just, we use the same cookie cutters every year. There's usually a Christmas ball in there. There's usually a Santa in there, a stocking, a train one, and then we use, green and red sprinkles to cover them every year. And then we, give them out to all of our family and friends too. Are they, the tastiest of cookies? No. But it is the holiday tradition that I love doing every year. My mom makes sure to make them every year, even if I'm not home on Christmas. So she continues the tradition. If I'm not home this year, though, I will be home and we should be making them. But I guess the delivery of them might be a little late just because I get home on Christmas Day. So whoever's there, the days after Christmas will get those traditional cookies.
I kind of want some cookies now.
Right? I might bring some back for you guys,
Jackie,
Yeah.
what were the cookie? Was it one type of cookie or were multiple types of cookies?
Oh, it was, the same type of cookie, basically a sugar cookie, put it that way.
Okay.
okay.
Like a snickerdoodle? Like a snickerdoodle cookie type thing? Or?
Not as tasty as a snickerdoodle. I would say it's more
Okay.
plain, very vanilla.
Very
Yes,
vanilla.
very vanilla. A vanilla sugar cookie, not snickerdoodle, just, very plain, put it that way. But I like them. I think they go great with, a glass of milk on Christmas night. Yes, So
Oh, you're making me hungry. I haven't
Right,
eaten
sorry.
lunch yet.
no, yeah, very, very, very tasty. But yes, Damon,
Yeah.
your turn.
Well, sure. Yeah, and I'll try to give sort of the PG version of this potentially. So my family just likes to have everyone around and just make it a little bit of a party. So what we would always do in my little neighborhood growing up is everybody would show up at my family's house. I'm talking like 30, 40, sometimes even like 45 people. I don't know. It was a lot at times between my family and the friends. And my mom would keep, she called it a little bit of a drink table, if you will, downstairs. And she would bring that up. And it would just be one big just party celebration. Everybody would be there. You'd have your drink of choice. You'd hang out. You'd just, talk and just, the excitement of Christmas was in the air. So I don't know. It was just one big fun gathering. Yeah, we'd play bingo. We always play bingo on Christmas in my family. So yeah, we would just have that fun. And then the next day, we'd have buckwheat pancakes for the morning breakfast. So, it was a little bit of a fun thing.
You hit on something quickly. I always make pancakes for growing
Yeah.
up, and
Yes.
that's always a fun thing.
Christmas
That's a good
morning.
point. Good
Yeah.
point. Yep.
Okay, favorite type of pancake though? Like, do you have to have a topping, or do you like mine is chocolate chip? I feel like chocolate chip pancakes, that's the way to go. But what about you guys?
I mean, I'm just partial to the whole tradition of buckwheat pancakes
Right.
with peanut butter. So there you go.
I like the apples with the pancakes. I don't know if that's
Ooh,
weird or
That's
not.
good.
You know what I'm talking
no,
about?
No,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Like I like-
Blueberries.
Yes,
Yes.
blueberries
pancakes,
too.
that, you know.
Another option.
So, yeah.
I love that. Yeah.
Well, I guess it's my turn.
Yes.
I think I have a little bit of a different tradition when it comes down to Christmas because it is also my birthday. So I would wake up Christmas morning and I would wake up to music blasting, and it's Christmas carols that my
Yes.
dad has playing on our big karaoke machine. I forgot what it's called, but it still works to this day. I don't know how. But we would wake up to that. My mom would start her horrible singing, and then we would just get to the living room and we'll start opening up the gifts. So I get to pick between Christmas or birthday gifts first.
Nice.
But I'm always first to open the gifts, and then we go around and we just look at our gifts, we talk, we get excited, and then we go to my grandparents, we do the same exact thing. And then this year, we're gonna have a little bit of a different tradition. We usually go to my aunt's house for Christmas, but this year, unfortunately, we're not gonna be going. So I think we're gonna do Christmas dinner at my grandmom's house instead, and kind of just be with the family, kind of reject. We always kind of go around, talk about like what we're thankful for, how this year went, and kind of just reflect and just be with the family. So that's kind of what we do on Christmas Day.
So,
love
Brittany,
that.
were you on the news when you were born? Because Christmas
that-
baby, you might have been on the
I might have
news as
been
one
on
of the
the
first in
news.
the new. Well, no,
Yeah.
that's actually New Year's, not Christmas.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay, yeah.
Never mind.
Well, who knows? I mean, I was told that on the Caribbean side, my mom's side of the family, they do breakfast on Christmas morning. So I think that year, because they used to split between my dad's side and my mom's side. So that year, my mom didn't show up for breakfast. Everyone was wondering where she was at. And then a couple hours later, they was like, oh, she's in the hospital. Brittany's here. And I'm like, yeah, Brittany's here. So
All right.
Too
that's
funny.
fun.
I love that. I love all of our traditions. I love that
love
they're
it
all
too.
like just a little different.
Slightly different.
Just
I
Same
mean,
theme though. Everybody gets to be around each other and have a
Exactly.
good time.
yeah,
That's
I would
right.
say the main thing was us spending time with loved ones, family members, and kind of just cherishing that moment, making new memories every single year, still doing our favorite holiday traditions. Love that.
Love that. Yeah. Now, shall we get back into the weather aspect of it?
Oh, yes. Let's talk about what the past 5 Christmases here in DC. Talk about last year. I don't think last year was too bad at all. I mean, highs got into the upper 40s, and then waking up Christmas Day, we started off in the upper 30s, but it was cloudy though.
I feel like it was on
big.
brand.
Yeah.
That's very normal.
It was like, okay, we're not going to give you the snow, but hey.
Like,
And then
some average temperatures.
and then we go to 2022. Scott. Or maybe it was Scott or Damon that was talking about that cold snap that we had.
Yep.
Yeah.
I went back to my parents' house and it was single digits
Oh my
in PA.
gosh.
So yeah.
And we woke up to 14
Yeah.
degrees.
Brutal.
Brutal. And then 2020, that morning low, man, that was 24 degrees.
Yeah, that was cold too.
It was very, very chilly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but going from talking about, cold, also the warm though, if you went back to 2021, it was 68 degrees on Christmas. That's that tropical feel.
Really.
Yeah.
And you know what? We are going to break down the coldest as well as the warmest Christmases coming up. We just ran out of time for this segment, but we'll be back in just a few minutes.
Yeah.
So stay tuned.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Chief Meteorologist Jackie Laird, joined here by the DC News Now weather team. We are talking about Christmas traditions and also, the weather stats for the Christmas holiday as well. So yeah, I'm joined by meteorologist Scott Sumner, meteorologist David Matson, and also meteorologist Brittany Ward. So yes, we're talking about top 5 coldest, top 5 warmest Christmases. I know a lot of people have opinions about whether want it to be cold, want it to be warm, want it to be snowy. We already talked about, the top 5 snowiest Christmases as well in DC. But shall we just go right into the top 5 coldest? Yeah, the most shocking part.
I was
Why
about to
not?
say, let's shock the system, shall we?
1983 still holds that top spot. The coldest temperature ever on Christmas in DC. 3 degrees.
Ugh.
Single digits. I'm sure the wind chill was even colder.
I'm freezing just looking at this.
Right, but then before 1983, 1872 held that top spot of just 5 degrees. So it took until 1983 to take that top spot.
No.
Over 100 years.
Right.
Right. And then also to note is also back in the 80s, 1989, 11 degrees was finishing out the top 3. Then
At least we're in double
12
digits
I
now.
thankfully, right? And then early 1900s, 1906 was just 13 degrees on Christmas Day. Then we wanted to bring this into.
Because this is, I think, the most recent
Yes.
one that people will
2022.
remember.
Yeah, 14 degrees, but it was also tied also with 1897.
And a few others.
Right, exactly. We added the plus sign because there's quite a few more, but we can only fit in those 2.
So Brittany wants to go back to the 60s when it snowed, but she doesn't want to go back to the 80s,
80s.
when
Right.
it was cold.
Cold.
There you go.
Correct. See, you guys get me.
Oh, yeah.
But man, I remember 2022. And I just remember seeing all those cold alerts and then walking outside. I'm like, oh my God, it's really cold. It hurts type
Yes.
of cold. That's how cold it was. If you guys remember that back in 2022.
It
Yeah,
was it was also the year of the flash freeze. I remember that distinctly because it
Yep.
was warm leading up to that, and then all of a sudden it
Boom.
dropped like what 50 60 degrees.
yeah.
Oh,
Right.
And
it's
you're
crazy.
like, wait. It was like, what do we call it? Weather whiplash.
Yeah.
Rash.
Yeah.
We're like,
There you
wait, what?
You open up the door and go, no,
No.
close it.
Yeah.
Shut it, right? Just such a shock to the system. Oh
Yeah,
my
that
gosh.
was probably finally the year that if you got the hat, glove, scarf for Christmas, you were very thankful.
I
for
was
that
very
gift.
thankful. Oh, I got a pair of socks for Christmas. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
yes.
These socks are going to keep my feet warm for
Let
this
me
14
layer
degree
those
weather.
on with all the other socks I have.
Man, that was the coldest.
Yeah.
Man. And keeping our fingers crossed that we'll see a mild Christmas
Yeah,
this year.
right around average. I
You want
want
to be on this list, Brittany. You want to be on
Yeah,
this
yeah,
yeah.
upcoming
The next
list.
one. Yeah.
You ready for this?
Let's do it. Top 5
The warm
warmest.
side.
Take it away, Brittany.
I would say 1964, 72 degrees. That's not bad at all.
No.
And then we go to 1982, 70 degrees. Most recently, we were in the upper 60s. Think back to 2015 and also 1965, 69 degrees. And then in 2021, we were at 68 degrees, which also tied with 1932. And then the 5th warmest on record was 1893 as well as 1889, and that was 65 degrees. Now, I will say this. I do love the warm. But sometimes I'm like, when it's this warm, it doesn't really feel like Christmas.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
Am I right? You
Yeah,
know?
I'd rather travel somewhere warm
Exactly.
to enjoy Christmas.
Well, and that's why I'll never complain, because I did spend part of one holiday season when I was living down south, and of course they don't quite get the same kind of weather we do up here for the holidays, and it just threw me off. It wasn't cold. There was no snow. I was like, this isn't Christmas.
What's going
This
on?
is not what I remember.
Yeah,
So
like-
I like the cold and the snow because it makes it feel like it's the holiday season.
I'll take it a step
See,
further,
thank you.
Damon, and say, thank goodness we're in the northern hemisphere. We're in the southern hemisphere. You'd have
It's summertime.
Yeah.
summertime.
Yeah.
Right.
That is where you could get the lights on the palm trees.
Yeah.
Right.
Lights.
Yeah. There you go.
So listen, I will say, not mad at it. If I could get, like I say all the time, if I could get my 60 degrees and my snow, that would be perfect. But we all know, that's not going to happen.
Right.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
No. But yes. So
Put
hoping
in
that
your wish
everyone
now.
exactly put it in.
Let me hit up Santa Claus real quick.
Right,
and-
exactly.
And let
Yeah.
him know.
I don't
Write him a
think he
nice
likes
letter.
the warm weather.
I don't think the big guy likes the warm weather either.
Well, whatever weather we get, this year on Christmas, I know from all of us from the DC News Now weather team, we're hoping that you and your family enjoy the holidays, whether it be cold or warm, and enjoy it with family and friends. But I guess that does it for us on this episode of Weather Chat, and hope to see you guys in the new year.
And all a good night.
Yes.